Hello, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. I mean, for all of you watching it after that, happy whatever day of the week it is for you. But I am here today. I have had a long day of just getting a bunch of stuff done, trying to finalize a Halloween costume and all that sort of stuff. So, it's the evening, and today, if you're not aware, on Disney Plus and Hulu, the first 5 episodes of the what I thought was an original Disney Plus show, but it's also on Hulu. I don't know. The new Goosebumps TV show has dropped today. I've watched 1 episode of it. I plan to go sit down and watch more episodes as soon as I have a good cocktail in my hand. So I didn't make the drink yet, so we're going to make it together. I'd made a version of this drink before, but I feel like I'm going to do something to mix it up just a little bit, make it a little more attractive, I guess. I'm calling it an autumn old fashioned, but it's really kind of more of a play on an old fashioned. It's still is the same idea. So today we're doing a bourbon based drink. We got ourselves. So for me, I'm just using whatever kind of basic bourbon I had, which was Matchstick, and it not super basic. This is actually I believe this is a bourbon from Maryland, Frederick, Maryland, given to me by a friend of mine. Very thoughtful. I have a Torani brown sugar cinnamon simple syrup, which if you don't have this or don't want to buy this, super easy. Just 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and that's how you make syrup. You boil it down, let all that sugar dissolve, and then simmer it for a little bit there. But cinnamon sugar, add cinnamon. Ha! You got it. And then I'm using black walnut bitters. You can use aromatic bitters. You can use whatever kind of bitters you seem fit for this. But I thought black walnut would be kind of fit the season. It gives it a little bit of a nuttier taste here. I don't know. Plus, I just got these and I wanted to use them too. These are pretty all around good bitters. But I got these at a liquor store in Milwaukee. I mean, I know you can get them here. I lied. These ones I got in Orlando. I'd gotten them in Milwaukee as well, but I left them there by accident. So I went to my local Total Wine and picked those up over there. Oh no, I lied. The ones I left in Milwaukee were almond bitters, which I was like, oh, I'm finally going to do a drink with amaretto and these bitters, make an amaretto old fashioned. So they don't have them here. So when I get those back, that's a drink we're going to be making in the future. I have a weird setup right now. There's like a table on my coffee table, and I'm sorry about the lighting in here. It's awful. I literally have every light on that is possible in my apartment right now. It's just really bad lighting. I don't understand why they wired it the way they did, why they chose to put lights here. And it's also gays that own it too. So what are you thinking, gays? Overhead lighting everywhere? Are you insane? But anyway, so I've got some cinnamon here. I've got my brandied cherries. In this case, these are actually were soaked in vermouth because these are my Starlino cherries that my friend Kentucky Kim sent me. And then I've got I got this at Target. It's apple cider. I would say get the thickest, most unfiltered apple cider you can and make sure that you shake this baby up. And then I've got a shaker over here, and I know what you're saying, Ryno, old fashions are traditionally stirred, not shaken. And what I'm going to say to you is, beat it, bozo. No, I'm just kidding. What I'm going to say to you is, I don't have a stirring jar. You know, like the glass jar that you're supposed to stir everything in. Don't have one of those. What I do have is this insulated shaker over here, so it keeps the ice and whatever's in it nice and your hands don't get cold on the outside. The drink stays nice and cold on the inside. So, all this chatter, why don't we go ahead and make this drink? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Apologies while I look at, I knew it. I forgot I had bought this bourbon. This is Evan Williams white labeled, bottled and bond. It's 100 proof. I'm actually going to use this bourbon instead of the Matchstick, just because the Matchstick is a little more, this one I believe is the, I thought this one was the barrel strength. Yeah, barrel strength. So I like to use this one in like Manhattans and a little bit more thing. But since we're mixing this, I think this one will mix a little bit better. I knew there was a bottle up here I didn't recognize. And I was like, I swear I bought this the other day for some reason. Anyway, so Evan Williams, what I like about this one is it's very affordable, but the white label specifically, I feel like you could sip it by itself or in a cocktail as well. So I'm not ignoring the chat. I will get to the chat. Like I said, everything is balanced. Like there was just enough room to put this table on top of this table. And then my laptop's here and my camera's there doing its hardest. And so I'm terrified that if I move this too much, it'll all collapse and it'll just be a travesty. And then I'll become a YouTube meme. Okay, so here's the thing. My shaker filled with ice, like I said, traditionally stirred, to each his own. I mean, I think traditionally the idea being you get less ice chips into the bourbon, doesn't water the bourbon down as much. It's not, I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I care. Someday I'll care more. When I have space, when I have a basement and I can build a basement bar, that's when I'm going to be a little more to it. And I'll have proper lighting there. And we'll have fun videos all the time down there. So add to the apartment fund. You can visit my Patreon, patreon.com/Ryno, RYNO1185. That wasn't intentionally going to be a plug, but I thought it was funny. So, and by apartment, I meant basement. My basement fund. So get me a basement. I'm just kidding. Thank you for joining us here today, though. 2 ounces of bourbon. You bet your sweet bippy. I put in a little bit more than that. I like to do, sometimes the simple syrup, it can be like too overpowering. So I got a pumpkin spice simple syrup from Target that was sort of one of their like holiday or seasonal ones that I got that while I was visiting a friend in Milwaukee. And we used that in a drink, and I noticed he didn't use, my friend's husband used the wrong side of the jigger when he made the drink, and because it wasn't like a real one, it was like a rip-off one. And he was like, oh, sorry, I didn't put enough bourbon in there, so the drink came out really sweet. So less is more sometimes. For this one, since we want the cinnamon sugar, I usually do about 3/4, but today, Mama needs her sugar. So we're doing 1 ounce. 1 ounce of the simple syrup there. I got this at Marshall's. It was $7.50. I know you can get them on Amazon, wherever your simple syrups are found. We're going to do just 2 dashes. Whoops, that was more than 2. Great. That's going to be awful. 2 dashes of the bitters. And now remember what I said. Shake this baby. Get those arm workouts in, everybody. Oh my God. Something made a noise over here and I just panicked. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of the apple cider, but we're going to smell it first. Oh yeah, that smells like bobbing for apples if I've ever smelled one. Whoops. 2. Gosh, I'm on one of those like card tables right now, and I'm realizing like this is what I used during the pandemic for a desk before I finally got like the tiniest $75 IKEA desk, and I'm realizing how much I leaned into the middle of the table because it's like concave a little bit. But this is my painting desk. So I like to take this out and I'll paint and watch my programs. Okay, so yeah, so that was the 2 ounces of our bourbon. We did that. We did the 1 ounce of our simple syrup. We did 2 ounces of our apple cider. Who's out of frame. He's having an issue. Get the producer on this. We don't have a producer. The producers are the corgis. We did 2 dashes of our bitters here. You can't see it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do a little shake of cinnamon. I think a little extra cinnamon. A little extra cinnamon. You can never have too much cinnamon unless you're allergic to cinnamon. I think my mom's actually allergic to cinnamon, and I didn't know that until recently. Bananas, maybe? And I was like, baloney. I was like, eat this banana bread and prove me wrong. Then I had to stab her with an EpiPen. Just kidding. That isn't a true story. But she is allergic to bananas or cinnamon or both. And I was just like, what about all the banana bread? I guess that's why we had zucchini bread growing up. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Shaking this baby up. I know. Anybody out there who's a real... Oh, you got the left-handed shake. Anybody out there who's a real bartender is probably very upset with me right now. It's like I said, you're supposed to stir, but whatever. I've got my ball ice here. Well, that came right out. And I forgot a towel. That's fine. We're just going to pour our... Look at my cute little glass. Mickey being terrorized by ghosts. I saw this actually the other day at Disney Springs in the Christmas shop. So if somebody is still looking for this, they're still available, which was shocking because I got these in Disneyland and then I only saw them like once here and then they were like never around. So they must have found like an extra shipment. But they are hand wash only, which is frustrating. And even with hand wash only, I can see a piece of the hand of one of these ghosts is chipped off, and I've literally drank out of this glass once. And that happened before I even drank out of it. So, oh, I'm getting every drip. Don't you judgy people out there judge me any harder. Appley. I am gonna add the cherry. I feel like I forgot, but you could do the typical like on a you could do the typical, you know, some people like to do the orange peel and the twist here. Why I didn't do that today. I forgot to get one. Oh wait, no, I took all my oranges and I peeled them and I put them in the freezer because I learned about this recipe, and I'll show you how to do it in another video, but about like freezing an orange and then shaving it down with a zester into like a bowl and then a little condensed milk on top of that. Change your life, baby. So I would recommend that though with this because honestly, I feel like oranges and apple cider go together pretty well, but I'm using one of my Starlino cherries here. Thank you, Kentucky Kim, for this. She sent me these. It was very nice of her. These are, what's special about these, again, these are soaked in like vermouth, so they pair really well with a bourbon that I have on the shelf up here behind me. This one is called Starlino. It was a special release by Rabbit Hole, and it is finished in vermouth casks. So it's their Kentucky Straight Rye whiskey finished in vermouth casks. And then I believe Kim's got another one that she's going to mail me at some point at her leisure. That's the Derringer, which is my favorite, finished in a port cask. I can't remember. The Derringer, though, of every bourbon I've ever had, if you're not a big, like, sipping on the alcohol type person, that bourbon will change your mind. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Wait. I'm going to dust it with a little extra cinnamon. Just get extra bougie right now. Sorry, I've had a pretty anxiety-filled day. I just feel like I had an anxiety attack a little bit earlier. Basically manifested one. Not through anything. It wasn't like bad or anything. It was the thing that caused it wasn't bad, and it's not bad. It's just I don't want to talk about it yet. So I'll talk about it in a later video. It just was one of those things where I was like, it's sort of like a quick decision I have to make, and it's not like a change your life decision or anything like that. It's just literally about like a travel related thing, and I was just like, blah! Like, and now I've had knots in my stomach about it all day. So this is going to be the cure. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Hot damn, that is delicious. I'm not even going to pretend. This drink, friggin' nailed it. Good for me. Good for me. Oh my God. I feel like I'm talking like, I love LA. Pedro Pascal on that one skit on SNL. Let's put a pen on that. All right, gang, I'm going to scroll up through this chat real quick here. I don't want to keep it going too long. There, like I said, 5 episodes of Goosebumps, and most of them are like 45 minutes. Watch the first episode, enjoyed it. Look for my Goosebumps podcast will be re-kicking off here soon. I'll let you know. My goal is to have an episode about the shows out to restart it, and then the older episodes will replay on the Ampliverse, and then we'll have brand new audio episodes coming in hot with The Ghost Next Door and The Haunted Mask. Those are my 2 episodes I've read. I'm currently reading Be Careful What You Wish For. Very excited. So Trey is also sipping on an old fashioned. He's clearly, the vibe was in the air. He felt it. And I know people were asking about my costume. Oh, by the way, my Halloween party for the Friday the 13th costume I was making, it's Saturday the 14th. So I'm going to be Jason late. But I do think, like, right before I got here, I do think I've got, like, all the pieces. I found at Ross, of all places, these, like, black, not really tight, but, like, these stretchy, short, like, you know, like American Eagle has the stretch in the shorts. There's shorts like that give a little bit of stretch. And so I'm thinking those with this like glitter top that I found on Amazon with the glitter mask and the glitter machete. And then I've got a little harness. And then I found an overshirt that looks like his. But I'm like, I think I'm just going to go to Goodwill tomorrow morning and find one to like rip the sleeves off or like shred the sleeves. I don't like doing that to new clothes. I mean, I went to the clearance outlet, the clearance store. So it was like I bought a pair of these khakis that had been distressed. Like, so they already had like rips and stuff in them. And I was like, well, I'll cut these at the knees. But then I found these other shorts and I was like, I think these are going to match better. And I got the tube socks with the red lines on the top. I've got red and white high tops, black, red, and white high tops. I think I've got a look, a vibe. So I'm going to try it out as soon as we're done here. The problem with this glitter top, though, it sheds glitter. It is awful. So I've got like $800 worth of Amazon's things to return because I ordered everything on Amazon. Then the Amazon Prime Day happened and a lot of it was on sale, so I had to reorder it because they wouldn't let me cancel the other order. And then on top of that, I ended up ordering like a third costume I didn't need, and now I'm like, so, because I think on Halloween I'm gonna be, I don't know if I said it yet, but I ordered one option to maybe be Powerline and an option that I ended up finding where I was like, could I be an overalls person? Maybe. Oh, also somebody who had watched the live stream had sent me a link to these like short green distressed overalls, like they're shorts. So like maybe that. So I've got like looks to try out. So those came in and I got to try those on. So let me just scroll through here. Let me scroll through. I like that fake CCTV camera. That's not fake. That's a real camera. It does look fake. Like the shadow is making it look like it's a CCTV, but it's literally just a flat little square camera. It's how I can see the dogs over here. You know, spy on them. Make sure they're not like plotting against me or anything like that. Oh, Lizzie was asking, am I using the lid to measure? Yeah, so this is called Elevated Craft, this thing. It's not cheap. It's like, I mean, it was a gift, but it's got a measurer in the lid and then the mesh thing to keep it separated, and then it's like insulated. So it's double insulated or whatever it is. So it doesn't sweat, it doesn't whatever, and it's never like, you know, I mean, I chilled right now, but I froze my hand to a shaker once. That was awful. So it's nice. I recommend it. I'm just scrolling through. Oh, we got. Let me know when you're ready to do the Bourbon Trail here in Kentucky. My husband and I would love to host you and take you all by surprise. Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't you worry. Tran is saying, don't make any margaritas. Is that a reference to something that I'm forgetting? Adirondack cola, cheers. Adirondack, excuse me, I said it wrong. I was reading it, not saying it mentally, but anyway. When am I going to the Taylor concert? Girl, I wish. I was supposed to go with Erica. Now I can't go to that movie tomorrow either, I just realized. So I was going to go with Erica tomorrow, but I was like, it's okay. It's okay. She'll have fun. I know she's going to have a good time. My friend CJ, who loves Taylor Swift, is coming into town like right after Halloween. So I think we're going to try and go again then. So maybe I'll see if Erica wants to go again and we can all go. I think she would like that. I think she'd go again, for sure. So maybe I'll just reserve her a seat in there and let her know. But that would be like November like 3rd or something like that. But oh, Diane, good recommendation, saying I could totally use the Bowser collar for the Michael Myers costume. Well, here's the thing about the Bowser collar that I ordered. I just barely got it snapped, but it's like joking. Some people are into it. We don't kink shame here, even if we don't participate. I have a tree trunk size neck, So I was like, well, I can't really do the Bowser collar I want either. Like, I'm going to have to use a bracelet to make it. So Bowser's out the door. Bowser's out the door, sadly. But yeah. Yeah, Diane is making a good point about the shaker, too. Best cocktail shaker ever. Measure, mix, and take with you. You can literally just leave the cocktail in the shaker, pack it away, take it on a lunch with you or something like that. Also, this is a perfect one to travel with on vacation because of that. Because, like, everything is all, like, kind of here together. And surprisingly, I've become that person, like, when you're in a hotel room and you're like, oh, I'd rather have the mixed drink in my hotel room than go drink the Disney price drink at the bar downstairs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got a riffle in the house who was just recently on the Bourbon Trail as well. I know, because I was stalking them. Or she messaged me, which was that rabbit hole. So. Well, this is good. This is nice. This setup is stressing me out. I should have... There's got to be a better way. I've decided I definitely need to invest in lights for myself. Like maybe a ring light for like that can stand on a tripod. It's just I don't have space to put it is the problem. And then when you set it up, it's like, ooh, let's hope the delivery person doesn't go by or the dogs are going to knock it all over. No shame against them. And I'm like, and I don't know. The setup of this place is not great. But I'm happy I get to do what I can do here. I feel fortunate enough to be able to do that, so I don't mean to always complain about that and things like that. And I'm trying to be more positive about the space I live in and make that space as comfortable and as functional as humanly possible. That's all we can do, right? That's how we save our sanity. And the whales and the dolphins. Should we just make another drink while we're right here? I mean, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, a ring light. So I did get a ring light that can like suction cup onto stuff, which is cool. But the suction cup is like sticky, so I just use it on my desk upstairs. So I'm thinking about ordering another one of those because if I think the cup can detach, and then if I can just get it for the top of the camera, honestly, that'd probably help a lot. That'd probably help down here for sure. But I was thinking, I don't know what's going on all the lamps in this house, all like the overhead lamps have special light bulbs in them, so they're not even energy efficient. Don't get me started. But they're all like yellow light. Ugh. So I want for my loft, for like my workspace, is I need something that's like that can act both as a lamp to brighten it, but also that sort of like light. So I was like, do I get 2 ring lights and put them on either side of my TV? But now I was like, when I'm up there as like a regular person, when I need more light, is that going to be like weird? Is that going to be blinding me? So I was like, do I get like a panel light, like a flat square panel maybe? Like whatever it is, it's got to kind of either be able to clip onto something. It can't be like on a tripod, essentially. So it has to be able to clip. I'm all about the IKEA small apartment living method. You know what I mean? Like anything that's efficient and doesn't take up the space or anything like that. So, but yeah. Yeah, I tried to show this bar. You know what's wild about this bar behind me? Like, literally, there's barely anything to make an actual drink on there. It's like weird stuff. Like, my problem was I would try stuff and be like, oh, I want to try it. Like this. This is a lemon cheesecake flavored Van Meers, who makes one of the best things ever on planet Earth, which is right down here. The Stroopwafel liquor. Like, if you have not gotten Stroopwafel, go to this. I found at Total Wine. Go to Total Wine, buy yourself. This is like $12.99. This is a great holiday gift to give people. Absolutely wonderful. You can pour it over ice cream. You could drink it on ice yourself. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. This is an essential for me. You should always have this like at the house. Have an extra bottle, like I said, to give away for a gift. So this would definitely be a big recommendation for me. I like to always have that. Check this out. I haven't tried this yet. I don't want to try it on this now. I'll do it when we're having a Star Trek talk. But D, who's in our chats a lot, or watches it later, sent me this. This is Romulan Ale. Isn't this bottle so cool? I can't wait to try this. This Romulan Ale, this is Romulan Blue. This was from Wrath of Khan. This is the vodka version of this, because I think they also make it They also make it maybe in a whiskey and I don't know if it's a rum, but I think there's a wine too. But this is a 40%, so it's not too shabby. I like to always have a gin. I love this gin that my friend Diane here brings me. This is Corgi gin. I want to try. I think they have another gin that might be like Earl Grey. I feel like we did on the bourbon study. We did an Earl Grey simple syrup that we did in something. I feel like I'd like to try that with some gin, and I don't know what else though. I don't know what else. I feel like you always got to have your tequila. You should have every little bit of liquor. This is one of my favorite bourbons I've like ever had, ever. I got this when I was in California. It is apparently I think it's only distributed in California and maybe Kentucky, but it's called Moonlight Mayhem. And I thought, I was just getting it because it's like Filmland Spirits. Like it's like, oh, it's just going to be gimmicky, but you can kind of see the base of the bottle is like a film reel, and then the cork is a film reel too. Sorry, my camera's focus won't adjust. I tried to fix it before this. I can't figure out how to do it. I must have messed up one of the settings, but the like it has like a whole story and the aesthetic on the bottle. It's like these characters on the front. They have a whole backstory. Like there's a whole movie that goes with this, and I was like, no, there's no way it's going to be good. It's incredible. It's excellent. And I would also recommend so they have a barrel strength, which is that label, but purple. And then they have this, the Rise of the Robot, because this is their rye. Get it? Got it? Oh my God, that's so funny. It's very good though. I got really drunk with Craig with this by accident one night. Yeah. And then I would say if you are ever able to, if you ever see this on a shelf anywhere, this gin that I have over here is very, like, this is my, like, celebrity. Like, this only comes out when the queen comes over. Rest her soul. This is the Rabbit Hole Bespoke Gin. So this is a gin finished in bourbon barrels. And so that's why it's a little yellow here. But this is like, pop this cork. I haven't smelled it in a while. This is very good. This, with their rye and some other ingredients, they make a drink called a Velveteen, and it is like one of the best cocktails I've ever had in my life. It's delicious. But they use that, and they used this. This is a liquor that I find to be very useful. This is called Italicus. It's probably like, I think it's probably like $20 or something. Oh God. To me, it smells like a Sprite simple syrup. This pairs well. I feel like we've used it in a lot of bourbon drinks in the bourbon study. I feel like this is really good with a gin drink. I would much rather have this over elderflower. I feel like elderflower its time has come and gone, honey. I'm done with it. Stop putting elderflower in stuff. I'm over it. Let me see. This is a cool bottle too. It's always fun to have like nice bottles on the shelf. I like these. So I went to the Deep Eddies distillery. So I'm a fan of these. I have like regular vodka, like Grey Goose, this giant Grey Goose thing. It's always a gift every year for my landlord. But I know this might seem like cheap, but this Deep Eddies like vodka is. My friend kept being like, "Oh, it's already a cocktail," and I was like, "No." I was like, "It's not. It's just lime flavored vodka." But they have a bunch of different flavors. But I like the lime. I also have the cranberry. You do those with a little ginger ale, and I feel like just do the diet ginger ale if you want, but just like it's like such a quick and easy cocktail. It's a no-brainer. It's a vodka soda, but it's just like it brings it up just a little bit for me, and it's light enough. Like this is like a 35% that you're not, you know what I mean? It's just like it's a great afternoon, a hot afternoon beverage. But yeah. What does this say? St. Baker says, you need to have St. Elizabeth's allspice dram in case you want to make the tempting tigress. Well, my friend, let me show you what I have right here. That my friend Diane, who always takes care of me, got me. St. Elizabeth allspice dram. Boom! Done. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to open it right now. Yeah. I want to make, and Becker is correct. S. Becker in here in the comment section is correct. This is one of the key ingredients and one of the best mixed drinks that you can have on Walt Disney World property, which is the Tempting Tigress from Nomad Lounge. There's nothing that beats it for me. It has definitely grown in price over the years, but the quality of the drink remains, and it is like a drink. First of all, you'll feel it, but it is just so freaking good. Rachel B is asking me a very important question. Did you say once not to drink old fashions in Milwaukee going in December? Rachel, I cannot stress this enough. Do not order an old fashioned and think that you are getting an old fashioned in Milwaukee. I don't know why, but there is soda in it. And I don't mean soda water. I mean like Coca-Cola or like Sprite or something. And like cherry, like maraschino cherries, not brandy cherries. Don't do it. It's not good. I don't know why they make that. They have great beer. They have other incredible cocktails. But for some reason, they ruined that one drink. Sorry, Milwaukee. Love you for everything else. Well, not the crime. Person in the chat says, it's sad I have that much alcohol in the house. That's not the answer to your problems. Here's the thing. The reason why I have this much alcohol in my house is because I don't drink as much as people think I do. It's not like literally this Evan Williams Red I bought like a month ago and I forgot I even had it. So this is a lot of like I said, I'll open it a little bit and try a little bit and try. And then I just like to have it for like when friends and family come over and, you know, for doing videos like this with everything like that. So I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to drink shame anybody ever. I don't give, I know that people have oh my God. I'm not even kidding you. This is the toasted marshmallow simple syrup that I thought I have been out of for forever. And it was literally just in a different spot. Wow. I got issues. This simple syrup. You use this baby, chocolate bitters, this, and bourbon. You got yourself like a s'mores old fashioned. A little graham cracker on the crust. Oop, I dropped my spoon. That's for another video though. That'll be another video. But yeah, we don't shame anybody for drinking. Not here, not anywhere, because that shame is what leads people to have problems with alcohol. Okay? And I have a big problem with that. So you choose not to drink or you've had problems with alcohol in your life, I can 100% respect that, but your problems are not other people's problems, and you should respect that as well. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I have that feeling. My stepfather is I have a lot of people in my life who don't drink, and I have people in my life who have needed a lot of help when it comes to that stuff, you know, a lot. And this is my first drink in like 4 days, so I don't feel bad about it at all. Yeah, I think the Tempting Tigress is going to have to be the next one I do. Although now that I found that toasted marshmallow simple syrup I'm like, maybe I got to do something. Maybe we got to make a Halloween beverage. I think I could crack one out in the next 2 weeks. I want to show you something really quick too. Hold on 1 second. I had gotten these. I told you all I had gotten these, and I was drinking them. These are those Waterloo spiced apple, the soda water. I feel like if you wanted to, because I know sometimes when people get old fashions, they do soda water in them. This would be a good complement to this. It would make this bearable. In fact, I might actually top it off the next time with this one, because I'm definitely gonna have another one of these. Yeah. Jessica is saying, I was tempted to try the Tempting Tigress, but I had a Hightower instead. Girl, I know. That's the other most popular drink, I feel like, there. So, yeah, just because I have the supplies doesn't mean I'm ingesting them constantly. Absolutely true. Have I ever been to Ivanhoe 1915? No, I have not. But I have to assume that's off of, like, Ivanhoe Boulevard in Orlando. Yeah. Do I have a ball in my drink? Yeah, it's a ball ice. It's a ice ball. Oh my God. Toasted s'mores old fashioned sounds delicious right now. And I'm like, oh, I want that. This was really good though. I think because I'm gonna watch Goosebumps after this, that's why I was like, oh, this will be a great drink to make for that, like sort of an accoutrement. That s'mores one though. I wonder if we could do something with toasted marshmallow. Okay, I know it's another bourbon drink, and bourbon's not for everybody. But here's the thing: like the toasted marshmallow simple syrup. There's what's the brand again? Screwball. The Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Okay, we do some chocolate bitters in there. So we've got peanut butter, chocolate, marshmallow. We do the bourbon, and then I feel like we're making a Nutter Butter. That sounds delicious. Okay, we're gonna experiment with that. I think that might be the direction we go for our Halloween beverage. My party tomorrow. I was trying to look for a silicone mold to do these little ghost. Or there were ghost pumpkins, whatever. I was gonna make Jello shots. I don't do Jello shots really, but I don't like to go empty-handed to the party. Jello shots to me seem like a recipe disaster. I don't need alcohol dissolving in my stomach. I need to know exactly how much I ingested when I ingested it. Not an ice ball, a silver ball. No, Diane, I do not have one of those in my drink right now. Those are not frozen currently. But that'll come down that will be used. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about that. Now I'm thinking about that other drink. I'm like, should we just make it right now? No, we can't, because I'd have to rinse my shaker out because it's got the apple and the cinnamon and stuff, and I want to experiment. I don't know. I'm even thinking maybe like because I feel like I use. Wait a minute. Creme de cacao. So we got our chocolate. Screwball. We got our peanut butter whiskey. Then we do the chocolate bitters. I mean, and then the bourbon, I guess. Could be good. Could be good. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I was going to say because I like a grasshopper, and that requires a chocolate liqueur. But obviously, grasshopper, I believe, specifically uses creme de cacao. I'm a fan of this liquor as well. It just smells delicious. It smells so chocolatey and so good. Low ABV on this one too, so it's definitely like a little desserty. Oh my God, Diane, you're right. You're saying do syringes. I forgot. I have like 10 of those little syringes for that. I gotta make a note about that so I don't forget. Thank you for that suggestion. I would completely. I went somewhere once and that's how they were doing. That's how they were doing shots somewhere, and they were like throwing them away, and I was like, give these to me. I don't want to waste these. Okay, made a note. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, like a Reese's, Rachel. That's what I'm thinking. Like a Reese's with the chocolate. Because when I was at Hershey in Pennsylvania at the lodge, they had a peanut butter peanut butter or Reese's peanut butter martini, and it was so good. But it wasn't like the Screwball whiskey. It was like legit like liquid peanut butter is what it felt like. It was so good. And I'm sure you've never had a grasshopper. Well, guess what? We're gonna have to make grasshoppers. I think in this video because I love a grasshopper. And here's the thing. I know it has like cream in it. But I like to use instead of cream like a rum chata or horchata or something like that. But yeah, sorry, I got a chocolate caramel and apple combo. I don't have any caramel. I wonder if like a salted caramel whiskey. Interesting. Okay. See, this is why we're doing this. So if we did a salted caramel whiskey with like kind of how we already just did this with the brown, I feel like the brown sugar would be good with that. That would be like a nice little like caramel apple. Nice. I know. Yeah, sorry, I didn't wear my Jason costume for this yet. It's not done yet. I'll try and make sure to post looks Instagram, uh, on Instagram, or maybe I'll make like a little video here. It's like Jason looks, and yeah. So anyway, I don't want to keep everybody on this Friday night. It's been 40 minutes. This was meant to be just a little shorter video for people to access and have fun and enjoy and everything like that. So I hope if you try this drink, you'll have to let me know. And then I'm open to suggestions or types of drinks that maybe you'd like to see. If you're literally like, I don't know how to make it, but something that's kind of like this, let me know. I'd like to try. I'm not good at this either. So it's kind of one of those where it's like anything. It's just an experiment. You just like, you got to give it a try, and you can do like one or two, and then you're like, okay. S. Backer is saying to mix one up for science. The peanut. See, here's the thing. I want to do the peanut butter, but it's like, I want to do the peanut butter one, but I got this apple syrup. I don't want to switch flavor profiles. You know what you could do too to add to the cinnamon? I wasn't even thinking, and I have this whole jug of it back here for like 3 years now. Is Fireball. Could have added that to this to give it a little. I feel like Fireball's like a hot cinnamon is the only thing. So like I want like a temperate cinnamon, like a well-behaved cinnamon. Fireball's for the nighttime cinnamon. Anyway. No. We'll have to experiment a little bit. I'll keep checking in, keep looking in. I've got this like sweet potato moonshine up here. I feel like that'll be pretty good for something for Thanksgiving. That would be fun, like a sweet potato pie, something like graham crackery. I don't know. I love graham cracker. Anytime I can get graham cracker in anything. My goal is to just like get through without like new stuff. I just want to get through this stuff, like be like, otherwise it's going to sit here till the end of time. Some of it will, because I don't want it. And those I have to learn to either give to somebody or dump down the sink. In fact, those are what I'll start doing, is just leaving the bottles that are gross at parties. Somebody will drink it there. But yeah, I am going to experiment with that chocolate old fashioned tomorrow, I think, maybe. Maybe for my party that I'm going to or something. I don't know. It's their party, not mine. So anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in and hanging out and having this drink and chatting. And so we'll have to do another drink video in the future. I don't know that it'll be live. I might just like pre-do it the way I used to do them. And because I don't know if it's an algorithm thing. I feel like I can't always just have live videos. I feel like I need to have videos that are just like short, little accessible videos. I spoke to Brandon the other day, and it looks like we're going to have what John have lovingly referred to as Chaos Kitchen. We're going to be having some of those in the future. So I've got a list going, and I've tried some things that I really am excited to share because I'm really into them, and I keep making them now. And so we're going to have some fun things like that coming up real soon. So I am very excited, and I appreciate all of you for giving me this avenue to be able to try any and all of this and just bearing with me through all this ridiculousness. So your support in any way that you show it, literally just this video, thumbs upping the video, leaving a comment, saying hi, watching the video and saying nothing, all that, it just means the world to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Just a reminder before we close out, too, if you are one of my Patreon supporters, don't forget we have our Star Wars contests. I haven't, as of recording this, posted those prompts yet, but they're coming this weekend. So just stay tuned to that. If anybody's interested, remember you can win the lightsaber. There's a bunch of fun Ewok stuff on there, a lounge fly, all that stuff. So yeah, check it out. And thanks, everybody. I just needed a little decompress, and you gave it to me. You gave me that little thing. So I'm going to try on some of my costumes. I'm going to make another drink, and I'm going to watch my Goosebumps. Watch your Goosebumps so we can talk about it. It was good. I'm going to tell you right now. Here, I'll tell you in closing right here. Just a quick, watch the first episode. Just my quick thoughts on it. I was shocked at how much older it was skewing than I thought it was going to be. There was blood. There was swearing. There was a part where, spoiler alert, a broken bone goes through somebody's skin, and I was like, so, yeah, that's where I'm at, and I was like, it does feel a little like, over the top in terms of the kids. Some of the kids acting. There's a girl on it where I'm like, she's good. A couple of them are really good, and one I'm like, yeah, I kind of hope something bad happens to your character. But it's interesting. It's good so far. So the second episode, which I saw, there's the first couple minutes of it, is going to be about the haunted mask. So that one, we're going to see how that goes. So watch it, everybody. It's on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus right now. There's 5 episodes. It's Friday the 13th. What a good thing to watch tonight. Have a drink, and we'll chat about it more later. But thank you, everybody. Again, you're amazing. You're great. You're wonderful. It's going to be great weather here in Orlando Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Can't wait. There's a low in the forecast of like 54 Wednesday night, so catch me at Halloween Horror Nights on Wednesday. Got some friends coming from Australia I can't wait to see out there. Going to see my grandparents next weekend, but I'm going to try and do a live next week from Massachusetts. Maybe my mom will make an appearance. I don't know. She probably won't. She'd hate me for even suggesting that, but maybe my sister. Well, she'd probably love something like that. She's obnoxious. So you'll see when you meet her. Now I'm going to have to because I just called her obnoxious and she might watch this. But here's the thing. I have 3 sisters. Which one am I talking about? She knows which one. All of them. Just kidding. Okay. Bye, everybody. You are awesome.